Hello students. So we are going to start revisions of few chapters. So I start with chapter 1. Okay. So I am trying to give you as much important questions as I can. So let's start with chapter 1. Okay. So here we will discuss only important questions from exam point of view. Okay, so this will be helpful to you for both GSEB as well as CBSE. Okay, so first question I am going to discuss is vector representation or say Coulomb's law in vector form. Okay, Coulomb's law in vector form. So first of all, we have to discuss the statement. Clear? So statement electrostatic force between two stationary point charges is directly proportional to product of it's directly proportional to product of their charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. This force is along the line joining these two charges. Okay, so whether it is scalar representation or vector representation, okay, first of all you have to state the law, there are Coulomb's law. Now we will represent this in vector form. Okay, so suppose two point charges Q1 and Q2, 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 have position vectors R1 and R2 respectively. Okay, so here we have q1 q2 r1 r2. So force on charge q1 due to charge q2, that is F12, and force on charge q2 due to charge q1, that is F21. बराबर, F12 and F21 must be in form of q1 q2 r1 r2. Okay, now listen. X, Y, Z, charge q1, charge q2, position vector r1, position vector r2. Okay, force F12, that is force on charge 1 due to charge 2, and this one is F21. Suppose consider this vector, it is in direction of F21, so I consider it vector R21. Okay, so here we have to represent F12 and F21 in vector form. We know that whenever we have to represent any vector, we have to represent direction and magnitude. Here magnitude can be obtained from Coulomb's law. Okay, so what about the direction? So here we will represent the direction by unit vector. We know that each direction has certain unit vector, and if you have unit vector in certain direction, in that case you can represent any vector in that direction. Okay, so suppose I want to represent F21 in vector form, so I need magnitude of F21 and I need direction of F21. To represent the direction, now I have to find unit vector in this direction, and to find unit vector in this direction I need certain vectors in the same direction. So you can see R21 is in the same direction, so I will find R21, vector R21. From vector R21 I will find the unit vector in that direction. Okay, and then I can represent F21 in vector form. Okay, so consider this triangle. Now if I apply triangle rule for vector addition, so first vector you can see is R1. From the head of R1 it is R21, and vector joining tail of first head of second is your resultant vector R2. So here for this triangle you have to apply triangle rule. So first vector is vector R1. From the head of vector R1 it is vector R21. Okay, so vector joining tail of first, head of second is my resultant vector. So my resultant vector is vector R2. Now R1 is known, R2 is known. We have to find R21. Okay, so vector R21 is vector R2 minus vector R1. Okay, now find out the magnitude. Listen, if you are solving any numerical, then how will you perform this step? Here you have vector R21, R2 is known, R1 is known, so by subtraction between R2 and R1 you will find vector R21. Once I have vector r21 means I have x coordinate of r21, y coordinate of r21 and z coordinate of r21. Now I want to find magnitude. So magnitude of any vector is square root में square of the x component plus square of the y component plus square of the z component. Okay, so this is how you will perform this step. Okay. Now listen, we know that magnitude of any vector is actually its length. So here magnitude of the vector r21 is actually length of vector r21, and length of vector r21 is nothing but distance between charge q1 and q2. Suppose it is r. So this magnitude can be represented as r. It is the distance between charge q1 and charge q2. Okay, I need unit vector in the same direction. So unit vector in direction r21. So unit vector, it is the vector upon its magnitude. Vector r21 upon its magnitude. r2 minus r1 upon magnitude of r2 minus r1. Now you have unit vector. Okay. According to Coulomb's law, magnitude is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. Okay, so it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r is magnitude of r2 minus r1. So magnitude of r2 minus r1 square. So now I have magnitude, I have direction. Okay, so now I can represent force F21 in vector form. So therefore electric force on charge q2 by q1, that is F21 in vector form, magnitude into unit vector. Okay, so therefore F21, vector F21, your magnitude is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r2 minus r1 square. Now unit vector, that is r2 minus r1 upon magnitude of r2 minus r1. So thus we have F21 1 upon 4 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 r2 minus r1 upon cube of mode of r2 minus r1. Okay, so now this is F21. Okay, vector representation of F21. Similarly, electric force on q1 by q2. Okay, so I need F12. Okay, so what you have to do, instead of you have to just replace 1 by 2 and 2 by 1. So I get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 R1 minus R2 upon cube of mode of R1 minus R2. Now it is very clear. Listen, बराबर अगर मैंने यहाँ से मैं माइनस कॉमन ले लूँ तो ये R1 माइनस R2 हो जाएगा, तो फिर ये सेम हो जाएगा बराबर. तो here F21 is minus F12. So thus it is very clear that F21 and F12 are action reaction forces. Okay, our this discussion is for Q1 Q2 greater than 0. Q1 Q2 greater than 0 बराबर it means both are like charges. Okay, so if Q1 Q2 less than 0 means if both are dislike charges. Okay, in that case for Q1 Q2 less than 0, suppose both are dislike charges, then definitely one charge has negative sign and another one has positive. Okay, so what you have to do here, F12 and F21, F12 and F21 must be represented with the charge with its negative sign. Suppose Q2 is negative charge, so in F12 and F21 I have to represent Q2 with its negative sign. Clear? Suppose Q2 is negative charge. Okay, so F12 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1. Now you have to represent Q2 with its negative sign. Cube of mode of R1 minus R2, R1 minus R2. Similarly, F21 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 minus Q2, cube of mode of R2 minus R1, R2 minus R1. Bra, here listen, X, Y, Z, Q1, Q2, position vector R1, position vector R2. Now your F12 is in this direction, F12, F21. So you can see F1, these two forces are attractive kind of forces. Okay, F12 and F21. So this is how you can represent Coulomb's law in vector form. Okay, तो पॉज करके पूरा पढ़ लो, बराबर पॉज करके पूरा पढ़ लो. Okay, so next question I am going to discuss is electric field of dipole. Okay, electric field of dipole on axis and electric field of dipole on equatorial line. So first of all electric field of dipole on its axis. Clear? तो positive charge q, negative charge q, this is the center of dipole, this distance is a. At this point we have to find electric field. The line, imaginary line passing through both charges of the dipole is called axis of the dipole. Okay, imaginary line passing through both charges of electric dipole is called axis of the dipole. Electric dipole has one and only one axis. Electric dipole has one and only one axis. Okay. Now the distance of this point from the center of the dipole is r. Okay. Electric field at point P due to positive charge is in this direction. An electric field at point P due to negative charge. We know that electric field due to positive charge is in the radial direction away from the charge, whereas electric field due to negative charge is in radial direction towards charge. Okay, now what about the electric dipole moment? So we know that electric dipole moment P, that is Q into 2a. Okay, the direction of electric dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge. So electric dipole moment is in this direction, P. Now you can see electric field of the positive charge is in the direction of electric dipole moment, whereas electric field of negative charge is in opposite direction of electric dipole moment. So what we will do, here we will apply, okay, here we will apply superposition of electric field. So find out electric field at point P due to positive charge, find out electric field at point P due to negative charge, and then vector sum. Okay, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड थोड़ा डिस्क्राइब कर दो. कंसीडर an electric dipole of dipole moment P is equal to Q into 2a. We have to find electric field at point P on axis of dipole at distance r. Clear? Electric field at P due to plus Q. Now what is the magnitude? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Magnitude of electric field due to point like charge is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square, or say K Q by R square. Charge Q, Now square of the distance. So from positive charge the distance is r minus a whole square. Okay, and we know that direction of this electric field is the direction of dipole moment, so I can represent it in this way. Similarly, electric field at P due to negative charge, it is magnitude 1/4 pi epsilon नॉट. लिसन, हम डायरेक्ट ये नेगेटिव चार्ज है इसलिए डायरेक्शन बराबर डाइपोल मोमेंट की ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन है. सो द we have to represent vector in the form of magnitude into unit vector. So when I write magnitude, I will not consider any sign. तो 1/4 pi epsilon naught charge q, magnitude of the charge is q, distance is r plus a. Now because this is negative charge, so its direction is towards negative charge, यानी opposite direction of dipole moment. So it is minus p cap. बराबर, तो रिजल्टेंट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एट P, तो P पर आपको रिजल्टेंट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या मिलेगा? इट इज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू पॉजिटिव चार्ज प्लस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू नेगेटिव चार्ज. क्लियर? 1/4 pi epsilon naught q r minus a whole square p cap plus 1/4 pi epsilon naught q r plus a whole square minus p cap q/4 pi epsilon naught common 1/r minus a whole square minus plus minus minus 1/r plus a whole square p cap. So it is q/4 pi epsilon naught. बराबर, तो आपका डिनोमिनेटर क्या होगा? इनका प्रोडक्ट आर स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर होल स्क्वायर. बराबर, यहाँ पर आर प्लस ए होल स्क्वायर माइनस आर माइनस ए होल स्क्वायर पी कैप. तो q/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट. ठीक है. नाउ आर स्क्वायर मिडल टर्म 2ra प्लस ए स्क्वायर, यहाँ पर माइनस है, सो यू हैव टू चेंज साइन ऑफ ईच टर्म. सो इट इज़ माइनस आर स्क्वायर प्लस 2ra माइनस ए स्क्वायर अपन आर स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर होल स्क्वायर पी कैप. ओके, तो आर स्क्वायर ए स्क्वायर कैंसल. सो वी गेट 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट q 4ra अपन आर स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर होल स्क्वायर p cap. So if I rearrange, I get 1/4 pi epsilon naught 2q into 2a r अपन आर स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर होल स्क्वायर पी कैप. ओके, तो 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट 2q इंटू 2a डाइपोल मोमेंट p r अपन आर स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर होल स्क्वायर P cap बराबर ये है रिजल्टेंट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. So you can see direction of electric field at any point on axis is the direction of dipole moment. Direction of electric field at any point on axis is the direction of dipole moment. Now let's discuss special case. Let's discuss special case. Suppose R is very greater than A. In that case R square minus A square is almost R square. So ये डिनोमिनेटर R square minus A square is R square बराबर R square का स्क्वायर R raised to 4. न्यूमरेटर में एक R है तो एक R कट हो जाएगा तो डिनोमिनेटर में R क्यूब बचा. So your electric field E is 2P upon 4 pi epsilon naught R cube P cap और इस तरह से 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is K. तो we can represent this in this way also 2K P by R cube P cap. ठीक है ओके. तो पॉज कर पूरा क्वेश्चन पढ़ लो, पॉज करो, पूरा क्वेश्चन पढ़ लो बराबर. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. पॉज करके पूरा पढ़ लो.